So it's come down to this, a season of highs, a season of thrills, and the coronation countdown clock is now down to its final digit. A single point, that's all that's needed, but the folk who have followed them up and down the land won't be satisfied with that. They're already looking at further glories that lie ahead, and for that, the least they are demanding is that their favourite sons wrap things up in style here. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Declan, you're pretty well qualified to comment on a game of this type.
Well, they may have the luxury of not having to win, Peter, but I don't think they'll be thinking about that. They'll want to do what's expected of a champion side. Let's see if they can do that.
So it's down to business here. Manchester United are playing for the most important 3 points this season. Mazraoui, cross goes in, header! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Mount is offering a wry smile there.
Kalimwendo, and that's been won straight back. Manchester United were imperious when the two sides last met, and the fans are asking for more of the same. Hudson-Odoi head over towards the opposite flank.
Really are pushing their fullbacks forward now.
Aiming to do what?
Well, it's a case of engaging your opponents further up the pitch to take the sting out of opposition attacks. It's effectively a wide press.
Mazraoui forwards and with intent. Mazraoui has over his hit. Now then, the ball's come loose. Mount. That's a good ball. Zinchenko gets it clear. Neither side yet able to find the net. Douglas Luiz. That's really well manoeuvred. That's a nicely weighted pass. Fabianski with the clearance. It's played forward. Do have a chance to counter here. Spread out to the left. Nicely intercepted. Mount. Neto. And it's Malacia. He has found a way through. Goes for a shot! Be big, this could be massive. Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish. Manchester United have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, that's really changed the mood in the stands, Peter. It ought to encourage more positive football, a more front-footed approach. It's got to be.
All a little short of forward momentum, lacking thrust. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Lovely feet. And we reached half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Manchester United can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Manchester United carrying a one-goal lead. Moved on, Kalimwendo! Malacia. Mount. De Ketelara. Neto. But it's lofted through here. Fabianski claims it, and the danger passes. This interception, his positioning was spot on. Ah, he's given it away. De Ketelara, can he finish? He has done it! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Terrible error, duly punished. 2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. So that's 2 now without reply.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Zinchenko. Oh, can he get onto this? And he's picked out the run. Gets into some space. Well, the defence proved infallible then. But that one... And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
He's shifting through the gears here. De Ketelara, chance! And that's caused a worry or two.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Ball's gone out of play. Manchester United making another change here. Pressing's intense, and it's played off. And it's Kubo. Nice physical challenge. Hudson-Odoi, and now the breakaway, and he's running through. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Zinchenko. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, it very much looks like this defence has learned from its errors now.
Malacia does really well to win the ball there. And it's Mount. Have it back and can go again. Oh, shooting chance!
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
And the shots! Oh, they really should have been made to pay.
Well, it wasn't the best pass, was it? The apologetic look says it all for you.
To Ketelara! And with that, the final whistle. So the central characters congregate, players, staff, coaches, all relishing the limelight. They are champions. So on to centre stage come the central characters, the individuals who, as a team, blended into champions, and this is their moment. Manchester United come here looking every inch the semi-finalists, having done a thoroughly convincing job on the same opponents in part one of this tie. The mood, of course, therefore, is good, certainly if you belong to the right camp. The question in their minds, not whether their team will progress, but can they do it with real style? We are soon, very soon, to receive the answer to that.
And a chance!
Sensei shoots! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. And he's heaved it away. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Abraham. Now, what about a counter-attack? Didi. And here's Kochu. Besiktas going wide a lot more often now, Jim.
Yeah, they're looking to create space in and around that D by stretching the defence. Look out for a late arrival or two from midfield.
Šeško. Now it's Kudus. Always onto this. Now it's Solito! Manchester United! Was there ever any doubt?
Yeah, he always had the measure of the keeper, and there was very little doubt as to how this was going to end up.
Manchester United, they have what they wanted, the first breakthrough. Uchan, now he's off and running. And it's Kudus. Keeper's got good distance on that. Renato Augusto concedes a free kick for that. Tignas. Muscular approach does pay off here. Kudus. Well-timed, excellent interception. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. And it's Kudus. Zirkzee. Kudus, who's set up one goal so far. And it's played forward. He's offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Šeško succumbs to the pressure. Manchester United, half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Besiktas keep the ball, but can't do anything meaningful with it. Renato Augusto. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal. Big chance! It's off target and by quite a way.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Didi, Jallo, and the first half is done. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
There's plenty of positives to take, despite the lead being so small, Peter. He's playing well, good energy. A little more composure up front, perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Manchester United are in at half-time with a slender one-goal lead. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Chance for a shot! He has done it! And there's the goal they've been looking for. That was easy, almost too easy.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate.
Yoro has given away a free kick. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
I gave him a decision to make, Peter. Concede the foul or expose his keeper to a one-on-one encounter. Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Tries to dink it through. Fabianski claims it, and the danger passes. Besiktas.
It's pretty clear that the defence have decided that the greatest threat to them at the moment, Peter, are people trying to just run at them.
Run at them, I suppose beyond them, Jim.
Yeah, particularly late runners into the box. That's what you don't want. They're very dangerous to any defence.
The referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. Played in with purpose. Oh, it's come loose. Oh, that's a very decent... Cisco! Away. Oh, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
There's going to be another change here. And he cuts out the supply. Shestro! Nedu providing an outlet on that flank. And that has been cleared. Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. A warm ovation on his way off, and that is the least he deserves.
Look, you can only give your all, and he's delivered in that regard. And I think the manager has probably just spotted now a little tiredness creeping in. And, you know, if that's the case, then, you know, he's doing the right thing.
Moved on forwards. Can he spark a counter here? He's found a way through. Just the goalkeeper to beat. We can get that clear. Right, Joao Felix. Right, Circe. Joao Felix! Keeper's got his work done. Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. And it's hoisted clear. It's Mount. Under. Throw in. Rapidly approaching the end. Now just moments away from a semi-final place. Mount have it back and can go again. Under. That is a great pick. Can he finish? And that is a truly outstanding save. Under with the short one. He's been bundled over. That is a foul. Going over the top. This interception, his positioning was spot on. Gabriel, Rafa Silva. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And that is that. So then, can they afford to believe? Just 2 games left, and the wind is well and truly in their sails. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Manchester United decisively doing what they need.
So we are down to the last four, semi-finals as they are meant to be, right on edge. Both sides have laid out their credentials to be here, but only one of them makes the final. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So it's a straight shootout for the final. That's what we're going to see. There's nowhere, Jim, you would rather be.
A game some may argue with justification as being harder than the final itself, Peter. I can certainly attest to that from my own...
And the shot! Oh, terrible pass. Šeško! Šeško!
Manchester United would very much seem to be growing their confidence here. You can feel it. Paris Saint-Germain. Well, Peter, look how far up the fullbacks are getting now. This is really high.
And constantly after the ball, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they're weighing up their options to see how long they can sustain this and suppress those wide opposition players.
Good ball, good take. João Neves. Hakimi. Moved on forwards. Šeško. João Felix. Šeško. Al-Kubasi gets it away. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Asking just too much of him. Lee Kang-in, and here's Ramos, and it's Hakimi. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. Mendes. Well, the defence proved infallible then. Well, that won't be the last they'll see of him. Šeško has cut it out. It's a pretty loose pass. Hakimi. He came in. Either side giving way, it has been tight. Fabian Ruiz. And here's Ramos. Neni. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. That's an excellent interception.
Really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he...
And that'll be the last act of the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I think despite the scoreline, it's been watchable and enjoyable. We certainly had a vibrant start, and if we were going to see a goal, it should have come then. But the odds are favourable for this second half.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Long ball by the goalkeeper. Manchester United have reclaimed it. João Neves. Clearly not happy with that. Paris Saint-Germain can make their change now with a break in play. Kubasi. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Yeah, I think it's a scoreline in keeping with what we've seen up to this point. Combined attempts at goal aren't high in numbers, and we could do with something to spark this contest into life.
Lee Kang-in chips it through. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. Manchester United are making a change now. Zixi coming on. Up he goes! Lofted upfield. Joao Felix presses it through. Diogo Dalot. He's shifting through the gears here. Shoots! They've done it!
Look, before we can even delve into the detail, the significance of taking the lead should be our initial reflection, and that's priceless.
Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
And it's El Neni.
Manchester United clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Tacho. That's really well manoeuvred. That's going to go a long way.
Manchester United surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Played into space. Hakim hits it first time!
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Nice physical challenge. Now, what about a counter-attack? Joao Felix, aim forwards. That is out of play. Paris Saint-Germain making consecutive changes here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Malacia. Zirkzee! And with that, the final whistle. Manchester United are precisely where they want to be, in a genuine position of strength, having won the first leg away. Manchester United are in a position of strength, but it is a fragile strength following the first leg action. But they do have the added bonus of home advantage in trying to force the issue and finish the job. Their opponents are certainly not beaten yet, and the consensus amongst the faithful who travel with them is that they are capable indeed still of turning this round, certainly giving a good account of themselves in this second leg and pushing it all the way. The pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now the game itself. Well, a repeat performance of the first 90 minutes would do it for the home side, but they'll have to do it against a very desperate opponent who will just keep on going in search of the big one.
Well, I think, all things considered, Peter, you'd be hard-pressed not to think that they have a clear
Chance for a shot! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be revisited, this.
Clipped into space. Well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Menu. And here's Ramos. Now then, the ball's come loose. Paris Saint-Germain have reclaimed it.
Paris Saint-Germain, well, Peter, look how far up the fullbacks are getting now. This is really high.
And constantly after the ball, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they're weighing up their options to see how long they can sustain this and suppress those wide opposition players.
Renato Augusto tries making a foray down the right. Might be... Goes for a shot! Goal! Manchester United!
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Manchester United, they have what they wanted, the first breakthrough. Gets a foot in here. Whistle's gone, that's foul. He gets the ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
Šeško. Renato Augusto. Always onto this. He has found the way through. João Felix. And the ball, and the shot! Well, that is rather wayward.
Good piece of opportunism there, but wasn't able to turn it home in the end.
Alaba has got himself a free kick. Aim forwards. Kvaratskhelia. Oh, he's found him in space. Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. Manchester United present their opponents with the best possible chance here. And that's going to be a booking.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
We're level. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Kubasi. Fabian Ruiz, right over towards the opposite flank. Diogo Dalot. And it's Dalot. João Felix. And that was very necessary. João Felix. Oh, smashing header! And semi-final reaches halfway. A thrilling end to the half there, one that very nearly changed the complexion of this game completely.
Manchester United will be relatively happy. They've protected their lead, and now the onus is on their opponents to start taking a few risks, which may play right into their hands.
Manchester United are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score. And we are back underway. No changes at half-time that we're aware of. A collective sigh of relief from the defence. Tries to get it clear. Oh, great chance! And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Oh, they could be caught out here. Mainu, and now the breakaway. Chance! Kvaratskhelia, gently done. Lobbed in behind. Nicely worked. And he's just goal! Goal! Manchester United! And they've got their lead back.
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
Manchester United take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
You can certainly sense a real change of mood here. Now the crowd are demanding that they just finish this off.
Moved on forwards. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Gonzalo Ramos. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. And it's played forward. Noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Well, to be fair to that defence, it's nigh on impossible to cater for such astute movement, but at least, eventually, they've made the right call.
João Felix. And the shot! Oh, good delivery, almost the perfect outcome.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Al Kubasi has gone direct here. Shot at goal! That could have won it.
What a stunning save. Absolutely tremendous, and he's kept his team in it. Yeah, just noticing now about that defensive line and how much it's dropping. It's too deep for me.
And why do you think that would be?
Well, it's an obvious move to prevent the opposition from...
Great chance! It's really well cleared. Dealt with nicely by the defence. João Felix. He's had a shot! It's off target and by quite a way. Paris Saint-Germain making consecutive changes here.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Fitzgerald. João Felix. João Neves gets across to intercept that. Hernandez. And he's running through. It's been slipped through. He's got to be in here. Referee has seen that as a dive.
Well, that's just very cynical. For him to think he could get away with it is ugly on his part.
And time is up. Manchester United booked their precious ticket to the final. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, to go this far, it has to be on merit, with substance. And this is more evidence of worthy contesters.
Welcome one and all to this grand occasion, preceded as it was by raised decibel levels, now in almost reverential silence. Silence which has descended on the stands in eager anticipation of what lies ahead. This is where they all wanted to be. This really is it. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. That looks a foul. Yeah, referee's given it. A fine save.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
To Ketelada. He is through here. To Ketelada. Sesko! Decent enough try. To Liz. Is it short? Foden tries making a foray down the right. Nice physical challenge. That is a great pick out. And he cuts out the supply. Lewis looking for options. That's really well manoeuvred. He came in hard, very hard. Sesko! To Ketelada, chance for a shot! Goal! Manchester United! It's coming! It is coming, isn't it? Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
I just thought that was going to hit the outside of the post for a moment there, but it just curled enough to catch the inside for a very good strike.
Penetrate first. It is a truly precious league.
Well, Peter, the emphasis should now switch to winning it, rather than even thinking about losing it.
Oh, that's a fine challenge. Good running, strong and purposeful. Out to the right. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. To Ketelada. Diogo Dalot. Oh, it's come loose. Ake gets it clear. Marmouche. It's been slipped through. Danger averted for now. Well, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. Driving forward. He's through, now is he in? Moved on forwards, and it's Bernardo Silva. And that could set him on his way. He has found the way through. It's a loose ball. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. He has done it! And this is getting better and better. Well, there was to be no other outcome. So that's two now without reply.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Does really well to win the ball there. Well, there's the whistle. The first half of the final has flown by. So Jim, the halfway point of the final, what are you thinking?
Manchester United really need to keep their focus now, Peter. They have the all-important lead, but their opponents are going to come at them with everything they've got in the second half, so they can't afford any switching off.
Manchester United in control at half-time, 2-0. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Sheshko! There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's to Ketelara. Cherki. Oh, good spread. Foden. Looking here to chip it through. Now it's Foden. Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. Manchester United really could have done without this. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Look at bemusement and dismay from the culprit, but the referee clearly thinks there was enough there for a penalty. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Well, I'm not sure what body language the keeper was trying to read, but it didn't work.
This is threatening to become a real... Manchester United have a free kick. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here. That's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the...
There could be trouble here. Nice control. Takes a shot. Oh, that is rather wayward.
Certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
Lewis. Bernardo Silva.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
And the ball is out of play. And it's played forward. Well, that's beautifully weighted. This one's... Oh, shooting chance! And that could come back to haunt them.
That was so poor, a very decent chance, and the disappointment is all too obvious.
And he's lost his man here. Now, who's going to be first to this? And here's Doku. That's a nicely weighted pass.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Sheshko, big chance! It's there! And surely now, the result's beyond doubt. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment. I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Doku. Played out wide. In once more. Lofted upfield. But Ketelara looks to get on the end of this. This is good, that's a foul. And that's that. Manchester United have done it. It is party time as they gather to get their hands on the trophy. What a moment this is for all connected with the team. It's a day for pride, a day for glory, another grand chapter to be added to their glittering history. So this is it. This is the ultimate occasion, the biggest game. It is time to get that steely focus in the eyes. Things have bubbled up really nicely here. Now, for one of these teams, it is time to bring it home. Munich, the city that many would consider with justification to be the footballing capital of the land. And the Allianz Arena, you have to say, is the most fitting of venues for such a grand city. Two teams, Jim Beglin, with one common thought: to have their names on this famous trophy.
Yes, Peter, I've been a winning finalist and I've been a losing finalist, and I don't need to tell anyone what I preferred. Winning will help fans remember you for a long, long time, so I sincerely wish both teams well. I hope that all the players can give a good account of themselves, and you've heard it before, may the best team do it.
And if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
Look, we can only hope for a final that will be free-flowing, end-to-end and highly entertaining, but fear of defeat can often dominate emotions, so don't be surprised if it gets nervy and tense.
Succumbs to the pressure. And he's picked out the run. Šeško! Tar, gently done. Pavlovic. Menu does really well to win the ball there. He's got away. Šeško! Šeško! Success! Goal! Manchester United! This could be big. This could be massive.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
Manchester United have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, certainly the big occasion and a very big opening goal to boost everyone's confidence here.
Guerrero shifted upfield. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And he's managed to get free. Oh, what a ball! Chance, surely! Gets it away. Menu. And the shot! It's a loose ball. Diogo Dalot. Trice, and they are soaring!
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. It made things quite uncomfortable for them.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Manchester United are sitting pretty, 2-0 up. Well, big chance! Oh, that is rather wayward.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Neuer sends that a long way. And it's Guerrero. He's going to be disappointed with that. Slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Euro. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Diaz.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play.
He's one-on-one! Šeško! He's managed to get it all wrong.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Kim Min-jae, played towards the front line. This is gone, and we've reached the halfway point of the final. Half-time in the final, Jim. How do you read it?
Manchester United really need to keep their focus now, Peter. They have the all-important lead, but their opponents are going to come at them with everything they've got in the second half, so they can't afford any switching off.
Manchester United sitting pretty here at half-time, 2-0 up. And we are already promptly back underway. Bui. Pavlovic. Moved on forwards. In it comes. Oh, they could be caught out here. That looks a cracking ball. Zirkzee. Cross goes in there. Neuer claims it. Safe hands. Šeško.
Really don't seem to be so eager about their pressing just now.
Well, certainly compared to what we saw from them earlier in the game.
Well, I suspect it's a case.
It's Kane! He just absolutely speared that in.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
Bayern Munich get themselves back into contention.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Zirkzee. Real chance! Oh, it's come loose. Dallo. Danger averted for now. Olise chasing after it. Yoro. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Well, this defence now knows that they have to reduce his movement because they've allowed him to run free.
That's a foul, no two ways about it. He gets the ticking off and needs to be very careful now. Have it back and can go again.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Good block, but at the expense of a corner.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Yoro played into space. The assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. By the goalkeeper. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Calmly anticipates. Marlon knocks it out wide. Oh, great header! Now that was a full-blooded header.
May have slightly misjudged the timing, but there was nothing wrong with the intent.
Keeper's got good distance on that. Oscar Rodriguez. Bayern Munich have a free kick. It shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Very much into the last knockings. Šeško. He has found the chance! Two up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Well, it would have been harder to miss. And that's it. Manchester United collect the greatest prize in club football. Theirs is this famous trophy. They are champions of Europe. So onto centre stage come the central characters, the individuals who, as a team, blended into champions, and this is their moment.